to save some time, I went ahead and added or created a new file, and I added just a generalized style guide that we sort of make use of these days. The main takeaway I'll say is the site makes use of these, basically the primary colors. We don't necessarily have a unified brand color, but we do kind of tend to stick to this kind of reddish orange peach color so far in our marketing materials. On top of that, our call to action items tend to have these colors as well as the primary. Our text color is this color. It is just an off black, not so contrast based black. So if on white, it's a little bit softer in appearance. And then we make use of Hoffler & Co. font called Ideal Sans. It is available on typography.com. It's not a free font, sadly, but we do use that for headings on our blog and website, as you can see here. It's a pretty fun looking font, or typeface if you want to call it that. For emails, I am on the fence if I'll be able to use this. I don't know that I will without going crazy and buying another plan with typography.com for just this purpose. I might bypass that and try to make do with some system fonts. That's a big issue when dealing with emails. You'll want to make sure you can add, well, I would recommend at least going the system font route where you can, simply because anyone who opens it on any device will likely have those fonts, and you don't have to worry about supplying the resource to those fonts if otherwise. So something to think about with email. It's really tough because certain email providers like Gmail or Outlook just look completely different sometimes. So you want to be sure to test is the main thing. And there are tools to do that. It's a little more involved than just, sending an email to yourself, but there are ways to make it work, especially with responsive emails. So this video is going to be me obviously showing you this, and then I'm going to start working on our actual, I would say, very high level design for the email. I'm just going to make this a basic width, 1200 pixels, maybe 1000, I don't know. Oh, not 100. Rename the artboard template and move this there. Okay. With emails, as you know, most email providers display things in a different way, and a lot of times you have to kind of just adapt to the conformities. And in that case, I've always been at least directed or taught that it shouldn't be over 600 pixels, the main content within your email. That sounds tiny, I know, but think of someone opening this on their phone and, trying to read or click anything, or tap, I should say, if they're on their phone. Anything that you want them to see, say it's a promotional email or, I don't know, a newsletter or a blog post, you want them to be able to read it, get the gist of what you're saying, and move on, whether that means reading the email further or clicking through to the link you provided, etc. So there are guidelines you can follow. I think MailChimp has some good published ones you can check out if you Google that. Just kind of best practices in terms of email. The same is true for Zerb, which I'll be building this for. Foundation, let me pull it up. I think they have just a best practices kind of thing going on. Yeah, if you read through this, it kind of tells you the gist of things. It'll also, just say, okay, emails are tough, so take everything with a grain of salt. But what they have here is a lot of stuff that you can use to really, get through this and make your life a lot easier than writing tables all day. So, yeah. So I'm going to get started, and I think we're going to go with a pretty light background, basically white, and honestly probably white, or as well for the containing element, we might do like a drop shadow on it. Well, probably maybe just a stroke, but a very, very faint one. So for grins, I'm gonna make this a little bit longer. Okay. And typically in an email at the beginning, you have some sort of branding. So let's port this over. I kind of like centered emails personally. I was looking at inspiration, which I showed you in the first, I think the first video, first or second. And there's a lot out there to mimic. I think what we might do is provide a menu to every person we email or subscribers to. So maybe, I don't know, blog. I'm going to keep all this basic system font for now. It's not going to look awesome, but I'm going to think forward in terms of my approach, because I know coding this won't exactly be the coolest experience based on that. I think if I do Arial bold, can kind of get some consistency going. What I'm building here is a menu, so I'm thinking, I don't know if we can find some of the, what did I opened something recently. Here's those links I had in the previous email or previous video. Really good emails. So yeah, like Harry's, for instance, it's if promotional email makes sense to just kind of have a brand, the call to action, and that's it basically. But since we're kind of a service blog, all that stuff, I'm kind of going for something like this on the right, where it's kind of just showing, you know, what's going on lately. So do recent work. I'm wondering, I might just put a link to go to our website, but make it like something compelling. So like maybe just a general get in touch. If I can type. Wow, I can't type. Maybe I'll put that last. And I'm zoomed out. Maybe I'll zoom in for you so you can see it. I think like just like we were looking at, there's a bit of, I don't know if I can even see this full thing. I can, okay. Like beginning of an email, typically there's a way to go actually see this in the browser, which is useful if, for instance, you can't read it or something's wrong. You kind of give that backup plan for the user, which is a good thing. You should always think of the user first. So I'm going to go that route, I think. What did they say? I'm not copying them verbatim, but shop now. Can't see your email. Okay. I'm going to just put something generic like email not displaying correctly. Click here. And this will be tiny. Like that. And maybe off. Well, we can keep it black. Or the 33333. Just a basic underline text. That looks like shit though. Something like that. Okay. And I think these need to be smaller. I'm thinking maybe full width. So in Foundation, you can add this wrapper tag, which essentially, well, actually it's not, it's a container tag that allows you to go edge to edge in the email. So that's pretty useful. Let's make this one of the brand colors. I think maybe we'll use the main one. It's kind of what's there currently. Ooh. Something like so. I almost need one more link to make this look much better. And I'm going to reorder this. Blog, get in touch. Maybe like share, or what could we put? I'm gonna look for this inspiration for ideas. I don't necessarily need this menu, granted, but I think it's a good way to just always have a way for someone to click and, you know, go find out more about what we do, what we're going for with the business, if they need help with anything they're trying to complete or do on their own, consulting wise. So something like that I think is valuable to have. But I've just noticed it's kind of what you see in e-commerce based sites. So I don't even know. Maybe we won't do this. Not sure if I'm loving this red. I kind of want to make it very clean, you know. So almost just black and white, where the accents are the only call to actions stand out on their own. I don't know. I might just do work with us. I might do this. We're trying to amp up our YouTube channel. It's slow going right now, but it's something we want to focus on. Video content's all the hype at the moment, and I'm kind of jumping on that wagon too. It's a good way to really get inside information to your users. They like to see what the hell's going on and who's behind the scenes and all that stuff. I think I do anyway, so I would assume it's kind of the standard amongst the crowds. So maybe something like that. I don't know. We're kind of wireframing right now. I'm not calling this complete design, but it's something I want to kind of get something rolling, because right now we're using a basic template and it's driving me nuts. Okay. So I don't even think that's centered right. Let me do that. These are kind of iffy. Do that. Distribute. Group those, and then we'll center those within this. Okay. Probably move this up. And going back to inspiration again, I really like that one I was looking at. Let's go to, okay, yeah. This was pretty cool. Not going to use it verbatim, but hey. So we'll probably have like a recent work containing element. Make this like an actual flat size. And for now, I'm gonna just kind of get the wire going. Maybe do something like, okay, here's our general call to action, and below we'll shrink this about to 50% or 25% of its original size. We have some text to the right. To be another call out, and then we're also wanting this to be kind of a resource. So for businesses looking to, you know, just learn more about marketing and stuff like that, we'll just have basic links for them. I don't know if I like this. I might just honestly go this route and make it clean as F. Oh. I mean, simplicity is pretty loud at the same time. I like it. If anything, I could put like a pixel border, a single pixel thing. So something like so. Let's make this tiny though, like. I don't know, something like that. And so this will be, I don't know, maybe a recent video we did or a recent project. I'm thinking here we'll have something of the same nature or something to really highlight. Then I think I'm gonna do like link posts. So let's just do like this is a headline heading to a external link. And I think we'll use just basic Arial bold for this. Maybe make it quite a bit bigger. Lose that decoration on the text, which is there or not. There we go. Come on. What the hell? Affinity's failing me. Why does it have? Oh, well that's stupid. You should be able to toggle it just by clicking it again. Feature request. Okay. And we'll probably want some just body copy to go with that. That's way too big. It's really 16. That's huge. Might do 15 for Georgia. And the leading on this is a little much. Right there. Okay, so it's nothing fancy right now, and that's all good. Part of the problem is I don't really have anything I'm promoting like legitly right now, so I want to just kind of build this in thoughts of the future. So I'll probably modify this post, this little screencast, but I wanted it to kind of have some fictitious content or something relevant to what we're doing right now. So I'll put in content. I don't know that it will continue to be the same kind of scenario going forward, but I'm just giving you guys an inside look since I already need to do this for the blog post I'm creating anyway. And with email, I mean, it's tough because you want to make it look awesome, but there are so many restrictions that I just want to design around first before, you know, finding them later and hating myself for it, trying to code it, you know, it's just a pain. So let's move these down and kind of copy something like so. This might take up a little less space, so we can do this. Let me get rid of some text. I'm using a visual grid here, but you can pull out these if you want to. I used this one just to give you perspective. So if I show the grid, cool. And need more space between these, I think. I might make might look weird, but the color of these might look good to be one of these action colors that we used. Just color pick it for now. And create a style out of that. All right. So as you just saw in Affinity Designer, I'm pretty sure in Photo, you can create styles just like I did. I like to group them into projects I'm working on that I can refer to later. You can export them, add them. I actually go through, well, I don't actually have a video for this yet, but look for one soon. Yeah, I just discovered a video topic. Cool. So that will be, some links may have an image, some might not. We'll kind of go that route. What are other people doing? Basically images and buttons and headlines. Maybe we could do Instagram. That's a cool idea. Maybe just like recent Instagram shots. We could do like a grid. What did they do? Just something like that. That's kind of neat. Maybe I'll legit copy. Ooh. Like 125. And I may seem like a mess over here, but I typically my ADD or what's it called? OCD kicks in, and I go back over here and rename and regroup stuff. I'm just not doing that because it's time consuming, and I don't think you guys really want to watch me do that. So, in case you were wondering, it does happen. So we use images here. I should have pulled down some images of us and stuff going on, but it's not that big a deal. We could probably even use like Unsplash or something. I wonder if Affinity does that. Show Studio. No, they don't have like media. What is this? Oh, I don't want that. I bet there's something coming where you can actually like preview photos inside the app from suppliers of photos, stock photography kind of stuff. That would be useful. That's one thing I do miss from like Sketch, where Craft made this plugin where you can just go grab photos. In fact, let's do that. I'm just gonna make, I don't want an artboard, like a rectangle. And I don't know, we'll do hip shit right now. Cool, I guess. I don't know. I don't really want the curve around that. We can mask this. Yeah. Cool. And let's do that again. So see, this is why I have another video. I use all the apps for stuff like this. It's like one thing has one thing and the other one has another. It's like, it sucks that you have to go from one to the next, but man, it's actually quicker than me going to Unsplash, downloading the image, porting it over, importing it, resizing it, all that jazz. Assuming this would actually work. Come on. I guess it's not. Okay. I spoke too soon. Give me something. Oh, it's, of course it's the same image. Why wouldn't it be? That's so stupid. Come on. Okay, wow, okay. That's not really anything to do with what we're doing, but God. Come on. Okay, whatever. Just trying to give you guys context here so it's not so squares and grays scale shit. So this one, mask, and I guess I could just pull stuff from our actual site. I know like Instagram's API is annoying. You can't just like grab an image. You have to like screenshot it and stuff. So assuming my internet works, I'm going to go get these and we'll be right back. Alright guys, my internet for some reason decided to just, stop. So we're going to just go with the grayscale for now and kind of do a workaround. This section in particular, it looks like, yeah, you could code this, but honestly that's a headache and a half. So it's probably easier just to say, make an image out of this and just kind of re-upload it as new images come. That's pretty manual, hands-on labor, but it makes all the difference really in terms of marketing. What did they do? Actually, we could code it, so that's kind of cool. The same goes for text. I mean, realistically, if I had these headings, which I might actually add back in, we can make images out of those instead of use them in the email. Again, that's also kind of tough, but you can add alt attributes to make it like a little more accessible for anyone. You just have to, you know, make sure or hope the user loads images by default, which isn't always the case, so it's kind of tricky. That's why email is so challenging. So why don't we like add some context to these sections? Like let's copy one of these, like something like this. Maybe we could center it. This would be like from the blog. I don't know why I do varied my sentence casing and shit. Okay. This is annoying. There. Maybe we'll kind of call attention to this section and make it a different color, like all dark. Okay, where are you at? Okay. Honestly, I might make that like more compelling than just a link and an image. Let me make this a little more grouped. Kind of getting ahead of myself here, but my mind starts to go in different speeds or something. I'm literally rambling. Sorry, guys. Okay, so recent case study, we'll do like, we tend to, if we do a full case study, it's typically a project we like are proud of, so it's stuff that we can zero in on and show like an actual image or element here. This box is going to be signifying that. It's nothing like really appealing to look at, I know, but I'm gonna just kind of do that, and then we can do this case study title. Maybe this will be full width. I don't know what this will even be yet, to be honest. It might, this case study might just be the thing that goes up there. In fact, let's do that for now. Probably remove that. I'm wondering if I should use go to the edge of our grid here, or just kind of center it, make it the margins wider. I don't really know. Or I can go like full width, whatever this will be, something like that, and put these margins in there. I don't know. My dogs are going nuts right now. I don't know, it's hard to do without actual like content, so that's something I should really probably get going. Actually, I do have some stuff we could do. Maybe I'll save that for the next video and probably put the actual content in, but we'll start there. Again, this is more or less putting thoughts on canvas. I'm not saying any of this is going to be final. Let's go there. Instagram. I might add to this. Emails tend to be long as hell if you want them to be. So I think I might add like a section that is our latest video. We're doing this weekly video thing for marketing tips and tricks, and I kind of want to highlight that so we get more people on board as we send out these emails. So video. I need better like titles, but I think I'll worry about that later on. So we might do, oh shit, okay, something like this. And make sure this is further down. Where is that text? It's in that. Okay. So this, I might make a brand color of some sort. I don't know. We keep going back and forth. I might use the case study as the standout because that's going to be dynamic. There might not always be one depending on what projects we have, but the rest I think is going to be pretty straightforward. So we'll probably do just an image for the video. It'll have like a play icon which will redirect you to the video itself. We can have a bit about it. Something like that. And maybe copy that, paste that. What'd they do? You'd think I'd just literally copy these. I don't really want to do that though, so maybe I'll call attention like this and then put some sort of well, yeah, I like that actually. And we can add like our tag name. This will end up probably being an image of some sort. something like that. There's probably, I'm gonna probably do treatments to these headings just so they're more compelling, but something like that. Follow. Let's group this. Maybe I'll add an icon for now. Come on, where is it? Instagram. In. Oh, well, you have to look in the right folder. Dumbass. There it is. That's the one. Okay. This one is going to be an embedded object again. So I'm going to double click it. Or not. What the fuck? Usually it opens. Apparently I cannot do that. So we can do a layer effect for now. But I'm just going to do color overlay. Something like that. I didn't want to use our red here because for me, red links, it just doesn't look good. I don't know. Something about red on a website or anything in that regard makes you think of like grading tests or something like that. I don't know. That's what came to mind. But it just isn't really a comforting color. Like cooler colors, I think, are more calm and collective. So that's why you see what you see. And I think our branding colors don't really exist. We kind of made that a point to just kind of use any color that can somewhat be compelling inside of our brand. So yada, yada, yada. Okay. One thing I might add here is like a button, which I might just copy over. Let's see how much Sketch screws this up. Yeah, it's kind of messed up. These damn masks on it, like, yeah, and then it ruins it. Okay, let's make the height that. It's obviously not going to say submit query, inquiry, view, case study. I might center this intro stuff. Rounded corners, I know for a fact, don't work in all email provider. So I'm gonna just design without now, just so I remember that. And I might actually make this like all caps and white. We might bypass the title and it will be a part of the composition and whatever image is displayed here. I don't know for sure how that'll work, but we'll see. So something like that. That's kind of like taking shape. It's obviously you need to have a imagination right now because it's not awesome by any means. Like some emails I've seen are just like breathtaking, but I've never. It's funny you never see those like in the wild. It's just concept because trying to code those, not exactly easy. There we go. So something like that. I think it's taking form. If you take a step back, it's there. Obviously with content in the picture, it's going to look more compelling. I might even toy with adding a different background color just to give it some more spunk. Dark would be cool, but I don't really know that that's necessary. Maybe we'll toy with this purple blue color kind of going on. Not like that, but like just a little off-white. I don't know. I don't really like it. I think white is here to stay. So, just notice this is not perfect or anything, but okay. I think this video has gone on long enough, so I think in the next one I'm gonna have some assets ready to go and maybe put realistic stuff in here to use, and maybe finish out what the footer might have if there's any more content we want to put in, and so on and so forth. So I'll see you in the next one.